I know it's not Friday, but we're starting from today. It's nighttime. And you know what tomorrow is? Beans. Bean soup. Cheap, frugal, and it's a must. Are you ready? Because you have to start it from tonight. The first step is really easy. Just fill it with water and put the beans in and light it so until it gets to a boiling point. So up to now it was really simple, wasn't it? The beans are store brand. I'm in the store anyways. But they are store brand and they're very cheap. Dried beans are cheap. So I just put them in plain water and waiting for them to boil. Let me just take a peek. Yeah, they're about to boil. I'm going to close it and leave it there all night so they can soak. Because soaking in cold water doesn't actually help them, but soaking them in hot water and leaving them all night is the best thing. Because dried beans are very cheap. And I just fixed some pizzas and they're going up. Like one pizza, one hot dog. But anyways, it's a very, very slow night and everything is starting to get slower and slower and slower. But I'm adding new things in. I'm adding new things like playing dead, going here, going there. And these streets take time, like a lot of time of driving. And tomorrow it's supplier day again. Today I had supplies for meat and tomorrow's the cheeses, the salamis, stuff like that. And I know one customer is going to order. So I'm going to be making all the food off one serving. One serving, €5 if I'm lucky. And I've made the whole thing. I even made money out of it. So it's a very cheap food. Simple. Like I said, when the water starts to boil with the beans inside, just plain water. Turn it off. Leave it there all night. And we'll continue tomorrow morning. For you, it should be a few seconds. For me, a lot of hours. And I hope I get enough sleep tonight. Good morning, everyone. It's September 13th. Officially. Friday, September 13th. And I got a little bit more sleep. It's 10 o'clock. Love it. But we're back to cooking. The recipe doesn't make itself. Or does it? But anyways, simple. Remember last night we put it in the water like you saw a few seconds ago. A couple of hours ago for me. And we continue. The most simple recipe. It's almost done. It's a simple recipe, but it takes time. Sometimes you just have to have time. It freezes well. That's a good thing. It freezes well. It's good in the refrigerator for a couple of days. And it's a really cheap food. Extremely cheap for a vegetarian style lunch or dinner. Whatever you want. You have to have a lot of those if you want to save money. Are you ready? See, they've been sitting in the water all night. And you can actually stick your nail in them. Squish. We're gonna take the beans and strain them. Beans, strain, easy, perfect, great. You just want to get all this yucky water out. Okay, I'm back. See the beans? All strained, perfect. They've been soaking, like I said, they're good. And the ingredients we're going to need right now. Celery, onion, carrots, and tomatoes. And the funny thing is, garden, I got this from my garden, I got this from my garden, and these tomatoes that are kind of going bad. Just bought these. So are you ready for bean soup? The Greek style way? Okay, as you see, I've cut up the celery, and chopped, sliced the carrots, perfect, like 2 carrots, and you saw how much celery I had. That's the first step. And this is the part I miss my stand. And we're gonna finely chop the onion. I'm putting it in here, but I need both hands. And now I'm going to take the onions. I do it with one hand. And dump them in the bean soup. And we call it fasolada. Yeah. So let me just dump it in and be right back. And it's the tomato time. Yeah. I'm going to take off all the bad. Take some of the skin off. Thank God these are mushy. And puree them in here. Yeah, I love them when they're squishy. Why go to the garbage? Look at them. They look awful. Yeah, through the camera they look good, but they're actually very... You guys see this? Like here you can see it, but it's not garbage. It's food. Let me puree them. What a simple recipe. If I had my stand, I would have been finished. But anyways, dump that in. Now we're just gonna add water up to here, or just up to here. Depends. Add some oil, and that's it. No salt or pepper yet. Just a little bit of oil so the beans don't become greenish. And we're gonna put them to boil. Yep, time to cook them. And voila, put it on. I have a gas thing, so I have it on medium heat. I'm gonna add just a little bit more water and wait for it to boil till the vegetables and the beans are fully cooked. And there's some leftovers, like always. This food gives me time to do other things, other chores. Maybe I won't be able to go upstairs and do the house chores, but I'll do some well-needed paperwork in the store. Sometimes it takes a half an hour, depends on the beans. Sometimes it might take them even an hour. So, but with a bag of beans of a half a kilo, there's like more than 8 servings. And the beans didn't cost almost nothing. If I'm not mistaken, they cost €1.50, like €1.50. In Canada, I remember the big bags. They were like really cheap, and you can do them with any kind of beans. It's a Greek thing. It's called fasolada. Some people eat it white. Some people eat it with tomatoes. But tomatoes, you get the vitamins and things from the tomatoes, right? So I just add them. And the good news is, that's why my video was interrupted really brutally. Yeah, like killed it. But anyways, one of my customers called. They were like, yes, yeah, perfect. I want a bowl. So yeah, it cost me not even 2. And we're not finished yet anyways. And I'm selling it for 5. And I called a friend that she works in the store at the bar. She's like, yes, I want one too. So we just made 10 for cooking bean stew. Putting it and soaking it last night. Because they didn't have time to soak. Like my friends and the other customer don't have time to soak beans. So a little bit of my time, I'm going to feed them for free and make a profit. What better way to ask for money? I'm not begging, but I'm selling. So 2 servings, I'm good. Just made 10. And I'm off to do my paperwork. We're going to leave the beans boil till the vegetables, the beans are fully cooked, and then we're going to do the final step. But remember, just put a little bit of oil, like the little cups, but this much oil, just a little bit, so the beans do not become green, because they're going to turn green. Your onions, your carrots are going to turn green. I don't know why celery turns things green while they're boiling. They become a funny color. And we're going to add the oil, the actual oil, at the end. And of course, I'm using 100% virgin olive oil. That is without chemicals, without nothing. It's mine. It's free. So I wish everyone could have olive oil in their house the way we do. So let me just go do my paperwork, and we'll continue to the last step. But make sure you add enough water, and you keep it. Just don't overdo it. Add as needed, and just let it boil. Like I said, depends what kind of beans you have. And there's beans that boil in 5 minutes after this, and there's beans that take like an hour. But you only do this like once a week, right? continue watching. Now the beans are ready. These weren't the best beans, but anyways. We're gonna add salt and pepper to taste. And some more oil. And that's it. Let it boil for another 15 minutes, close it, and eat it. Enjoy it. Wasn't that a simple recipe? But mine took a lot longer to actually boil because these beans aren't the best. Get good quality beans. They're worth every penny.